Hello everybody, welcome back to A Brief on Grief. So I can't believe that I haven't done a video on this specific topic yet. It blows my mind. I know I've mentioned it in passing in some kind of side stories in some of these videos, but what we're going to talk about today and what I want to share with you today is the superpower of EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques, or it's known as tapping. So EFT, it originated back in the 1980s, but by two gentlemen, kind of Roger Callahan and Gary Craig. Gary Craig was an engineer. Roger Callahan was originally kind of came up with the idea of it, and then Gary Craig kind of came in and narrowed it down a bit and simplified it to just kind of like 8 simple points. Anyway, before I tell you more about that, I'll tell you what it is. So EFT is somatic body therapy, and it's based off the Chinese acupuncture system. So the acupuncture system, the meridian system of energy that runs through our bodies, right? You guys are all familiar, or at least have heard of acupuncture. And basically acupuncturists stick needles in different points in different areas of your body all over that help stimulate energy in different systems and to help rebalance stuff. So we often have an imbalance of energy in our body, and emotions, unfelt and suppressed emotions, are a big source of disrupted energy in our body. And when our energy is disrupted and not flowing smoothly, it affects our physical health, our emotional health, our mental clarity and cognition. It impacts everything. So this is a powerful tool, and I consider it, I call it the superpower of one of the superpowers. Well, there's lots of them, I guess, but a superpower of self-compassion and self-nurturing with your grief, or with any uncomfortable emotion in grief. And this tool, combined with grief and loss awareness, these two are my passions, because these two have been like a magic pair, like I said, a magic superpower in this crazy, amazing journey that I've been on the last couple years. Because again, being aware that you're grieving, being aware that you're going through a loss, being able to sit with your emotions in a loving way and just be with them and move through them is the magic. It creates the magic on the other side. And this tool of EFT is the ideal tool to be present and honor all the emotions, or any emotions that are running through your body. So it's basically, I'm trying to think, I'll go right into what it is. So it's like I said with the meridian system, is that where acupuncturists put needles in, so in these points, right, around in your face. I don't know if you've had acupuncture before, but different parts of the body. So what EFT is doing is it's just stimulating these same points that acupuncturists would put needles in. And by stimulating this, it also stimulates the flow of energy in your body. So it ends up being a super practical, simple tool that you can use absolutely anywhere. You can't take acupuncture needles and put them in yourself while you're sitting in a meeting or in a bathroom stall at work when you're maybe having a freak out at your coworker and you need to have a break. But you can tap. You can tap on your face. You can tap on your body anywhere. And you're probably thinking, I'm not going to tap on my face in a meeting. Yes, but there are also tapping points on your fingers and your wrists and the back of your hand. It's something you can simply do underneath the table in a meeting, or while you're sitting in your car during traffic. It is super practical and super powerful. Some people feel relief after just like one round of the 8 tapping points. There's a growing body of research out there, especially in the last 15, 20 years, that is showing amazing effects that this tool has on like stress, anxiety, PTSD, cravings, addictions, eating disorders, any kind of emotion that you're working on. And again, like also deeply working on uncovering limiting beliefs and things that we have, stories we have about ourselves and the world. It's been called like peeling the layer of an onion, right? So you can tap on a certain emotion, and sometimes like a memory or something will come up, and it'll be like, oh right, that reminds me of such and such time in my past, or such and such time in my childhood. So I could go on forever and ever, but I just wanted to introduce it in this video, and I'll show you what the main points are that are actually used. So tapping, again, it's so practical, and it can be done in different ways, because again, you're getting the effects by just tapping these points, right? So even if you remember where these points are, or you find a video, because there's many on YouTube, if you just search EFT tapping on YouTube, even if you just tap through these points, you're actually stimulating the energy flow, so you're getting benefit like this too. But many of the tapping videos that you'll see online are a combo of tapping along with talking. So it's amazing, because as you're stimulating the energy in your body, you can speak what you're feeling. You can speak the things that are in your head. You can speak and get the energy moving, because just speaking what you feel and hearing yourself and honoring it and being in a space where you're honoring it. And a whole other superpower, I believe, of this tool is when you're doing this in the presence of somebody else. So if you're working with an EFT practitioner and they're guiding you through a certain script on a certain emotion, or they're just there holding space with you as you tap and talk about what you're feeling, it's that power of human connection that's also amazing with it. So whether you're using it at home, just tapping, talking, crying, walking around your house, I've used it many times, just walking around my house and tapping while I'm trying to figure out something, or walking around my house and just crying if I'm feeling really upset. But again, there's endless videos on YouTube that you can actually follow along that have scripts. So if you search tapping and anger, or tapping and fear, tapping and basically any emotion, something will come up. So the main points that they use, that most tapping practitioners and most videos that you would see on YouTube will use, is the 8 basic points. They're on the face and the torso. So the first one is right here in the corner of your eyebrow, kind of in between that corner of your eyebrow and the top of your nose. Second one is out here at the corner of your eye. So right here at the corner of your eye socket. Next one's in the middle of your eye socket here, right underneath your pupil. So again, you just have it 2 fingers and you're just tapping here. You're not banging, just a light tap enough to stimulate that point. Then you're underneath your nose, in between your chin and your lower lip. And then the second one's, or this part's kind of hard, especially on this video. You can't see my collarbone, but if you bring your collarbones, come right down to where there's a little U here, and then come underneath your collarbones. Sometimes it's hard to find. I rub in there and it's sensitive, so it's a good spot to kind of rub and tap. You see a lot of people just kind of tapping with fingers over their sternum here, or knocking. I often knock with a fist, because then you're stimulating both points. So that's one. And then another one is right under your arm, I would say about your 4 fingers here, underneath your armpit, right where your bra strap is about. And you're just tapping here with your fingers. And then again, the top of the head, you can take all your fingers in your hands and just tap around, because there's lots of meridian points that kind of begin and end up on the top of your head. So those are the 3 main points. And back to the research part, just to let you know, some of this research is showing amazing effects. After 50 minutes of 50 of a tapping session, they're noticing huge reduction in cortisol levels, 24% reduction in cortisol levels, and I think it's 43% subjective rating decrease of anxiety and depression, and it shows an increase of immunoglobulins, and so an increase of your function of your immune system. There's tons of research out there, and again, there's been a lot, especially in the last 5 to 8 years. So yeah, go check it out. EFT Universe is a really good site for kind of a review of all the current and past research that's out there. But I do it every day. Some people say that it's a good preventative measure. So basically, when you're tapping these points, what it's doing is it's moving the energy in your body, and it's actually stimulating your nervous system and getting it to calm down. So calm down out of the fight or flight state that you might be in when you're feeling these unpleasant emotions. And when it brings your body back down and your nervous system back down, you can think more clearly. You can maybe prevent yourself from reacting and speaking something that you're going to regret. So it allows you to speak more clearly. It allows you to, I could go on and on on the impact that it's had for me. But it's been a superpower for me. It's lit great passion in me. These two topics of this tool, as a nurturing tool and a dreaming tool, because along with grieving and along with being present with everything that's happening, so much has shifted and healed in my body that I dream and create like I never have before. And so this is like just a hint of what this tool can do. And it's been coined as like emotional hygiene. So they say getting into doing a daily tapping habit is ideal, right? Because you don't wait until you stink to take a shower, and you don't wait until you have stuff growing between your teeth to brush your teeth. So it's a great preventative measure for helping you just kind of keep your body and your nervous system down at a lower level. And then you'd find that you're not so reactive. Again, I'm going to cut it off now because I could talk and talk and talk. But that is EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, or tapping. Again, tons of videos on YouTube, so go check it out. It's super beneficial for being with any emotion that might be troubling you. Yeah, tap your way through it. But again, tapping, this is what I definitely want to finish up with. Don't go to tapping to get rid of an uncomfortable emotion. All emotions are there, and all emotions are beneficial. They all have messages for us, and they all need to process and move through us. So if we go in looking to get rid of something, that's not the right energy we want to be in. So if you go in to kind of honor the emotions that are in your body, honor what your body's feeling, and then the energy of those emotions just constantly, just naturally moves through you. So again, this is not about getting rid of unpleasant emotions. This is about being present with unpleasant emotions and the beliefs and thoughts and things that might be in your head, and giving voice and giving presence to that and giving love to it, because love heals everything. So, okay. Thanks, guys. See you next session.